Welcome egoists, it's your Viking on the pitch, Pixel Viking. Today we're embarking on a journey to transform into the ultimate defender in Rematch. Grab your shin guards and let's dive into the art of soccer defense for Rematch. Now, to become a better defender, first, you're going to need to learn the basics. Let's go over every move that's available to you as a defender so you can hit the pitch running. Alright, the first thing we have in our defensive tool belt is the standing tackle, which you'll want to use most of the time to get the ball away from the enemy team. This can be done by pressing the B button. Practice your timing to disrupt opponents effectively. Next, we have everyone's favorite, the slide tackle. This can be accomplished by pressing left bumper and B at the same time. Focus on timing and angle while reclaiming your possession. Now let's talk about the most important mechanic when it comes to defense that ties into every other defensive mechanic, and that is defensive mode, which can be activated by pressing and holding the left trigger. By holding the left trigger while out of possession creates a larger hitbox around the player and allows it to automatically deflect shots that are nearby. So if the ball is shot directly at the player or very close to them, the ball will be deflected forward, allowing the defender to push forward. If the ball is shot to the side, the ball will still go past the defender, but it will be deviated instead of deflected, having less impact on the ball's trajectory. Now, in defensive mode, players have even more access to defensive tools, such as dash. By pressing A, you perform a dynamic sidestep, which can be very useful to shadow opponents' movements. The dash maintains the properties of defensive mode, allowing the players to block shots of opponents that are out of reach. It can also be very quickly canceled into a dive or a tackle, giving these players even more reach. Defenders also have another tool to allow them to intercept balls that are too high for tackles or a dash, and too powerful to be volleyed, the dives. By holding right bumper and pressing B, players can dive in the air and deflect balls that connect with their trajectory. The dynamics of the dive are different depending on whether the player is jogging, sprinting, or in defensive mode, with different vertical and horizon reaches for each. Choose your locomotion wisely and intercept balls in the air. Now that you have an understanding of all the tools that the defender has at their disposal, it's time to give you a few tips that help you be the best defender on your team. So, the first tip I can give you at being a better defender is don't charge the ball carrier. Lock in with defensive mode and wait for the attacker to react first. Most of the time, they wait for you and they will throw a rainbow flick or pass anticipating you to charge in. But by waiting, most of the time they will pass it to you by mistake. This especially works for fighting for the ball in the corner. The next tip I can give you is don't slide tackle. I know, hear me out though. Most of the time, seasoned players will see you coming a mile away and easily dodge you. Instead, lock in with defensive mode and use your standing tackle. I guess I should never say never slide tackle, but pick your slide tackles carefully, as most of the time you'll end up passing it to the enemy team. You might have got the ball away from the enemy team, but what did you really accomplish? If you watched any of my other videos, you'll know I harp on this a lot, but communication. Harness the power of your voice. Coordinate with your teammates to maintain a solid defensive line. Remember, soccer is a team sport. Support your fellow defenders and adapt to the game's flow. Also, to remember to use your body to block shots and recover the ball by using dive in defensive mode. I see a lot of people not blocking chip shots, as well as those annoying rainbow flicks. And the final tip I can give you is play your position. Trust in your teammate to get the ball back. If you don't trust in your teammate and rush in to get the ball, and then your teammate does get the ball back, he has no one to pass it to. Also, watch out for interceptions. Cut off passing channels and anticipate moves to intercept like a stealthy Viking raid. Now embrace these defensive skills to stand unyielding on the pitch. Go forth, defenders, and let your legend grow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more Rematch tactics.